Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
Well, it has already been a pretty darn good week for KHQA's Lakin Bolts, who earned her fourth straight trip to the state bowling tournament in Iowa. Tonight, she was hoping to double down in quest for a similar bit of basketball glory, which would be the first of her career. Step one, taking on arch rival Fort Madison, and the Chiefs were equal to the task. Big night for Paige Cavon, who had 16, including the three right there. The Chiefs spreading the wealth a bit. The aforementioned Lakin Bolts from three-point range. She's good. And then, how about young Miss Bailey Clampett lighting up from long distance, two right there. Big lead for the Chiefs early. Fort Madison struggling to put points together, though this would work nicely as Caitlin Marshall comes away with the free ball and the deuce and the foul at the other end for the three-point play, but scoring hard to come by for the Hounds. Passing good by KHQA. Michaela Davis to Paige Cavon to Kelsey Walters. All KHQA in this one as the Chiefs advance. Final count in this ball game, 49-33. Up next for KHQA, a road trip on Saturday in the second round of the region as they will take on Davenport North. That game is scheduled for 7 o'clock on Saturday. Well, a six-man contingent of Hannibal wrestlers opens quest for state glory in Columbia tomorrow evening, and it's absolutely armed to the teeth with four seniors, two defending champions, and a young man who might just be poised to become the most accomplished wrestler in tri-state history.
Anytime that you're a four-time finalist, if he makes the finals and a three-time state champion, that's pretty special. Not too many people can ever say they've done that.
I just one match at a time, but I am ultimately looking at the big picture. It'd be an honor to be up there with Kaylin Sharkey and Mark Dignan.
Should Chandler Foey complete the three-peat this weekend, he would join some incredibly fast company in Misha wrestling history. Appropriate, since his mat speed has made him so very special. In fact, Foey owns the unofficial state record for fastest pin, taking down one unlucky opponent in 5 seconds.
Well, I've always done that off the whistle. I've done it since I was, this tall. So, it's just habit.
He has great speed. He has a lot of strength for, as little as he weighs. And he has that attitude where he absolutely hates to lose. And that really helps out being a wrestler.
I've never wrestled anybody faster, and I've wrestled some of the best in the nation. So he's up there in speed, and it's really good for you because you get that reaction time that a lot of other kids don't get to practice with every day. And it not only teaches you reaction time, but also teaches you to be that quick. Well, not maybe that quick, but at least somewhat that quick.
But to look at him off the mat, you'd never guess Chandler Foey is poised to become a local legend. But maybe that, too, is part of his unique mystique.
He's got a great personality. He's very, very fun-loving, easygoing. And then when he steps on the mat, business happens, and he really turns up his tempo.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I've always been like that. If I lose, I just keep my cool. I know it's just a match, but ultimately I want to win. But, whatever happens, happens.
Business happening tonight for the John Wood Trailblazers, playing host to Lincoln. Pat Lepper and former Payson star Gage Klitz with homecomings tonight. Paxton Harmon trying to spoil those. It's going to be a good night when you hit that kind of bounce on your first shot. Later, Brody Gronwald finds the open baseline, takes advantage. Great start in this ball game for the Blazers. Peter Odia doing work from the top of the key and then in transition. Check out the spin move right here to break away from the defense and the deuce at the other end. And Jordan Johnson going to complete what is a 13-0 run out of the gate for the Blazers. Of course, Lincoln, very good team, would come back, force overtime in this game. Story in this ball game, great shooting night, great night period scoring from Daquan Dixon, who had 24 points to lead his team tonight. They come back and win in overtime to the Blazers. That's 3 straight for them, including the big win over Parkland last weekend. The Blazers get the win. Final count in this ball game, 93-87 in OT. Elsewhere on the college docket, Western Illinois heartbreak tonight as they lose for the 10th time in 11 games, this time to South Dakota State, 79-77. Illinois College throttled tonight by Monmouth at home. Andrew Matheson, the former Central Lee star, led Monmouth with 17 points and 9 rebounds. Cody Hildebrand had 12 points for IC in a losing cause. And a big win tonight at home for McMurray as they try to build their case to host the SLIAC tournament as the #1 seed win over Iowa Wesleyan 75-69. John Wood women taking on Lincoln. This one also a story of a hot start, although John Wood never really contested in this ball game. The Lady Blazers making a killing in transition. Shea O'Brien, the former Pittsfield star, starts things off, and yes, it's pink night. That explains the pink basketball. More to come in this one. Amanda Scott, big night for her. She had 14 points right here. She is her own one-woman fast break. Pretty take for her. And then Hannah Reller got busy in this game early on, taking things downtown, taking things down low as well. She was pretty much everywhere in this game. A lot of hustle points for Hannah Reller as John Wood wins this thing going away tonight. They open on a 13-0 run and never look back in the ball game. Final count in favor of the Lady Blazers, 74-41 is how that all ends up. Again, state wrestling starting tomorrow in all 3 states. Highlights from 2 of them tomorrow. Hopefully all 3 of them by the time we're said and done. Hopefully some state champions to crown.
Yeah.
I think Hannibal's kind of a shoo-in, at least in 2 weight classes. Knock on wood for the Pirates. But
Sure.
we'll see what happens everywhere else.
And we were talking just the other day, you have a total of how many going to state between the 3 states?
Oh, geez. 6 in Missouri, 5 in Illinois, and I think it's 9 in Iowa.
Very
Thanks
cool.
for the stress.
Yeah, sorry to put you on the spot, but it goes to show. Going to be a fun weekend.
It will be.
Chris. Back after this.